Beloved, if you are hearing this right now, it is not by mistake. It is not a random scroll or a passing moment. This is a divine appointment set by the hand of God. The hour is holy, the air is still, and heaven is reaching for you. This is not just another video. This is a sacred invitation to rise, to seek, and to press into the presence of the Lord while the world still sleeps. It is the 3 there a them hour, the time when angels are on assignment, when spiritual doors begin to open, and when God whispers to the soul who dares to draw near. So let every distraction fade now. Let every other voice be silenced. Come into the secret place, not just with your body, but with your heart wide open. This is the hour when chains are loosened, when heaven listens closely, and when breakthrough begins, not with thunder, but with a whisper. Are you desperate for something only God can do? Are you standing at the edge of a promise that feels distant? Then know this: He sees you, and He is already here. Father, I come before you in the hush of this holy hour, bringing every piece of my heart. I don't come with perfect words, but with a spirit that longs for you. I surrender the weight of unanswered prayers, of battles too long fought in silence. I offer you the tears that have fallen behind closed doors, the questions that echo without reply. Lord, I believe you are the God who meets His children in the quiet, who draws near when no one else sees, who holds our hearts even when we think they're breaking alone. Tonight I lay it all at your feet. My burdens, my fears, my silent disappointments. I lay down the heaviness that's been tucked away for far too long. You are my hiding place, my place of safety and stillness. You are the God who sees in the dark, who speaks in the night, and who walks beside me when no one else does. Let this moment be the beginning of something sacred. Let it be a meeting place between my soul and your spirit. I ask you now, Father, breathe upon every dry place. Touch the corners of my heart that I've kept hidden. Shine your light into the thoughts I've been too afraid to speak aloud. Let this prayer be a place of healing. Let it be a doorway into your peace. I'm not asking for comfort alone. I'm asking for encounter, for transformation, for fire. You said, "Call to me and I will answer you." And so I am calling, not with demands but with hunger, not with fear but with faith. Lord, awaken me again. Stir the embers, rekindle what once burned bright. Restore what the years have tried to steal. And let this night be remembered, not for its silence, but for the voice of God that came near. Lord, you are the keeper of my soul. While others sleep and the world turns quietly in the shadows of night, you are still awake, still watching, still speaking. You are not a distant God. You are near to the brokenhearted. You are present in the quietest cry. And right now I feel you drawing near, not because I've earned it, but because you are merciful, because you are love, because you never grow tired of waiting for us to return to you. I bring you the pieces of my hope, the ones I dropped when the wait grew long and the answers never came. I bring you the dreams that once lived boldly in my spirit, but now feel like flickering candles. Father, breathe on them again. I don't need all the answers. I just need to know you're still writing my story, that this delay is not a denial, that this silence is not abandonment, that even when I cannot see the path, your hand is still guiding my feet. Wrap me in your presence now, Lord. Wrap me in that holy stillness, where peace is louder than pain, where your promises are more real than the pressure of the world. Let your spirit hover over every unspoken thought, every private struggle, every invisible battle. Let your light find me here, in the place where my words end and my worship begins. Teach me again that worship isn't always a song. It's surrender. It's showing up even when I'm tired. It's believing even when I don't see. You are the God who met Elijah in a whisper, the God who walked through fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the same God who turned a prison cell into a sanctuary for Paul and Silas. I believe you're the same God tonight. I believe you still step into impossible places. I believe you still answer desperate prayers. And so I lift up mine with no performance, with no fear, just faith, just honesty. Just the trembling voice of a child who needs her father. Speak now, Lord, not with the voice of thunder, but with the kindness that heals. Heal the soul that is tired from striving. Heal the heart that has grown numb. Heal the mind that has been tormented by worry. Let this hour mark a shift. Let this prayer become the altar where weariness is exchanged for renewal, where fear is swallowed up by peace, where the old things begin to fall away and the new begins to rise.
I don't want a shallow moment. I want an awakening, a resurrection. I want to walk out of this prayer, knowing I've been with you, knowing something shifted in the spirit. Let angels surround this moment. Let heaven bear witness. Let chains be broken even now, not because I am worthy, but because you are faithful, because you are good, because you are God.
Father, I sense that you are doing something beneath the surface, something I cannot explain, something I cannot yet see. But my spirit knows, deep calls to deep. Even if my eyes are clouded by tears, even if my hands are trembling from waiting too long, something in me knows you are near, and where you are, healing follows. Where you are, peace settles. Where you are, nothing stays the same. So I choose in this hour to trust you again, not because it's easy, not because I feel strong, but because you have never failed me. Not once. You've been the quiet strength under my shaking feet. You've been the stillness in my storm. You've been the whisper that said, keep going, when everything else in me wanted to quit. Lord, I remember now. I remember how far you've brought me, and I believe you will not leave me here. Let this prayer be more than words. Let it be a flame, burning away fear, burning away doubt, burning away every voice that doesn't belong to you. I want you to take the deepest parts of me, the places no one sees, and pour your spirit into them. Rebuild me from the inside out. Cleanse my thoughts. Purify my motives. Make me new in the places I've stopped believing I could be healed. You said in your word, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? And Lord, I confess, I haven't always seen it. I haven't always believed that something new could come from what feels like ruins. But I declare today, even in the rubble, you are planting seeds. Even in the desert, you are making a way. Even in the silence, you are still speaking. I surrender the timelines I've tried to control, the expectations I've built with my own hands, the disappointments I've carried like baggage. I lay them all at your feet, because you are wiser than I am. Your plans are better than mine, and even when I don't understand the process, I trust the one who holds the outcome. I trust that you are writing a story that's bigger than my moment of pain. Cover me now, Lord. Let your peace settle over this room like a blanket. Let your presence hush every racing thought. Let the sound of heaven rise above every lie the enemy has spoken. I don't need to have it all figured out. I just need you. And I know with you all things are possible, even this, even now. Lord, as I remain still before you in this holy hour, I realize how much I need to hear your voice above all others. The world has spoken too loudly lately. Voices of fear, doubt, pressure, comparison. But now I silence them one by one and lean in for the only voice that can calm the storm within me. I lean in to hear you, Father. Just one word from you can change everything. One whisper from your throne can reroute an entire destiny. You are not a God of confusion. You are the God of clarity, and where you speak, light breaks in. So speak light into every dark place in me. Speak hope into the future I've been too afraid to imagine. Speak direction into the places I've been stuck. And when you speak, Lord, give me ears to hear, not just with my mind, but with my spirit. Let this not be just a moment of comfort, but a moment of commission, a fresh call, a new beginning. I feel the weight lifting, Father, slowly but surely. The heaviness that sat on my chest like a stone is beginning to move. I know it's because you are here. I know it's because you are reminding me you are still the healer. You are still the God who parts the seas. You are still the one who makes a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. So I lift my eyes now, not to the problem, but to the hills from where my help comes. Forgive me, Lord, for every time I tried to carry what was always yours to hold, for the moments I ran ahead of you, trying to fix things with my own strength. You never asked me to fix it. You asked me to trust you. And tonight, in this quiet place, I give it back to you. All of it. The mess, the hope, the timing, the people, The fear, I release it, and I trust that you are more than able to handle what has overwhelmed me. Let this moment be a turning point. Let it mark the hour when surrender became victory, when midnight became morning, when silence became song, when grief became grace. Lord, let what was meant for evil be turned for good. Let every delay become a setup for greater glory. Let every broken piece become part of the masterpiece. You are still writing. You have never wasted a single tear, and you will not waste this season. So I press in, Lord, not out of emotion, but out of conviction. I press in because I know you meet the ones who seek you in the secret place. I press in because I know breakthrough often comes not when everything looks different, but when our hearts become different. And my heart, right now, is open to be changed by you. Let it be done, Lord, in heaven and here on earth, in Jesus' name. Father, you see the things I cannot speak, the silent burdens, the hidden wounds, the longings I've carried quietly because I didn't know how to place them into words. But you've always known. Before a word is on my tongue, you understand it completely. That's why I come to you now with honesty, no pretense, no mask, just the raw and real pieces of me that need your touch. You don't turn away from brokenness, you dwell in it. You make beauty out of it. Tonight I ask you to search me deeply, go into the places I've locked away, shine your light where fear has lived too long. I no longer want to hide from what hurts, I want to heal. I no longer want to carry pain that you've already paid for. I ask you, Father, heal the inner parts of me that don't show on the outside. Heal the memories, heal the shame, heal the part of me that has doubted whether I'm really seen, really chosen, really loved, because I am yours. That is the truth I'm choosing to believe again. I belong to you, not to my past, not to my fears, not to my failures. I am not defined by what broke me. I am defined by the one who is putting me back together. You are the potter and I am the clay. And if you are still shaping me, then I trust the pressure. I trust the process. I trust that what you are building in me is stronger than what I've been through. Let every lie the enemy whispered be dismantled in your presence. Every word that said I'm not enough. Every voice that said I'm not enough. Every voice that said I missed my chance. Let them fall silent now. Replace them with your truth. Remind me again that you are the God of redemption, that you restore lost time, that you return what was stolen, that you bring the dead things back to life. There is no pit too deep, no wound too wide for your mercy to reach. Father, I lift up my family to you. Every name, every soul, every need. Where there is division, bring unity. Where there is sorrow, bring joy. Where there is distance, draw them near to you. Let healing flow through generations. Let curses be broken and blessings be established. Cover them, God. Protect them in their rising and resting. Let them feel the weight of your love chasing them down, even when they've run far from you. And as I sit with you in this quiet hour, I realize something powerful. You never needed me to be strong. You just needed me to be still. You never asked for perfection. You asked for surrender. And so, Lord, I surrender again. All of me, for all of you. Lord, thank you for being so patient with me, for waiting through my questions, my silence, even my resistance. You never forced your way in. You stood at the door and knocked softly, faithfully, again and again. And now that I've opened it, I don't want to let this moment pass. I want to stay here in this sacred space with you, where nothing else matters but the nearness of your presence. Your nearness changes things, not just around me, but inside of me. I can feel the weight beginning to shift, not because the circumstances have changed, but because my perspective has. You are here, and when you are here, peace becomes possible. Strength becomes possible. Joy begins to rise again, not from external gain, but from internal confidence that you are working in all things for my good. Even now, Lord, I sense you softening the hardened places of my heart, the places I protected out of fear, the places I numbed to survive. You are gently pulling them into the light, and though it's uncomfortable, I welcome it, because I know you wound only to heal, you correct only to restore, you uncover only to pour in what is holy. So pour into me now, pour wisdom where confusion lived, Pour grace where judgment echoed. Pour love where I had grown cold. I lift up those who are listening along with me, those waking up in the middle of the night, those whose tears stain their pillow, those who've almost given up. Lord, meet them. Breathe into their lungs again. Speak hope into the corners of their soul that have gone quiet. Let this very hour be a shared altar where scattered hearts gather before the throne of mercy and find rest. Let us be reminded, we are never alone. We are never unseen. Lord, I pray for divine strategy, for the one who doesn't know what decision to make, for the one standing at a crossroads, for the one holding a dream that seems too far gone. Release insight, release direction, release divine timing. Shut every door not opened by you. Open every gate the enemy tried to keep sealed. Let the path become clear, not because we figured it out, but because we followed your peace. And in all of this, let my worship never fade. Let it rise, not from what I feel, but from what I know, that you are worthy, that you are good, that even in the waiting, you are God. So I will praise you. In the dark, in the delay, in the middle, I will bless your name. Father, how beautiful is your presence. How healing is your silence that speaks louder than any voice of this world. In this hour, I feel you pressing gently on my soul, reminding me that stillness is not emptiness. Stillness is where you dwell. And when I slow down enough to listen, I begin to hear you. Not just in thunder or fire, but in the quiet flutter of peace returning to my spirit. You are not rushing me. You are restoring me. You are not scolding me for my weariness. You are embracing me in it. You are not ashamed of my trembling faith. You are building strength beneath it. And for the first time in a long time, I'm learning to breathe again. Not through effort, but through surrender. I don't have to chase peace. I just need to choose it by choosing you. Tonight I pray for the soul who has felt far from you, who has let guilt and shame create a distance that was never meant to be. Remind them that you are the Father who runs to the returning child, that you celebrate repentance, not perfection, that grace is not earned, it's received. Wrap them now in your mercy. Let them know you never stopped waiting. You never stopped loving. You never stopped calling them home. For the one who is grieving over a person, a dream, a season, be their comfort. Be their anchor in the waves. Teach them that grief is not a sign of weakness, but of love. And you are the God who collects every tear. You bottle them. You count them. You honor them. So even in sorrow there is sanctuary. Even in the valley, you are shepherd. Let your rod and staff comfort us now. I also pray for protection, Lord, not just physical, but spiritual. Guard our minds from lies. Guard our emotions from manipulation. Guard our spirits from weariness that leads to wandering. Let your truth be a shield around us. Let your word be the sword in our hand. And if any plan has been set against us in darkness, let it be exposed and dismantled in the light of your glory. And finally, Lord, I thank you, not because all is fixed, but because you are faithful. I thank you for every breath, for this moment, for this quiet miracle happening inside me. I thank you that I don't have to see the whole picture to trust the artist. You are painting something eternal, something beautiful, and I choose to stay in the process with you as my portion, now and always. Lord, I sit with you tonight, not as someone with all the answers, but as someone who has learned that you are enough, even when answers don't come. There is something holy in the not knowing, in the waiting, in the trusting. And I confess, Father, I'm learning to trust you more with each silent prayer. Not because I see the breakthrough yet, but because I see you in the waiting. That is enough for my soul. You are the God who never forgets, the God who weaves every unanswered prayer into something sacred. You are the reason I can rest, even when I don't understand. So tonight, I don't bring demands, I bring devotion. I don't come with complaints. I come with an open heart. And I say, Lord, if it's you who leads me through this valley, then let the valley become a garden. Let the shadows turn into testimony. I lift up the dreams that have been deferred, the passions that have dimmed, the gifts that have gone unused. Breathe on them again, Father. Let resurrection power visit every dormant calling, every silent song, every buried talent. You are the God who does not discard what is bruised. You restore, you reawaken, you resurrect. Let nothing in my life stay dead if you are still calling it to live. I also bring before you every unanswered why, every closed door that didn't make sense, every chapter that ended with a question mark. Lord, if you choose not to give me the reason, give me the revelation. Show me that nothing in your hands is wasted. Show me that delay does not mean denial, that what I call lost, you still call redeemed. And even now, you are gathering the broken pieces and making all things new. Father, prepare my heart for what's ahead. Give me the courage to walk through new doors. Give me the wisdom to recognize what's from you and what's not. Give me discernment that is rooted in peace, not pressure. Let my decisions be guided not by fear but by faith. I don't want to walk where you're not going. I only want what carries your breath, your light, your fingerprint. And as I sit here in the quiet of this sacred hour, I sense you still whispering, I am with you, I am for you, I am working. That's all I need to know tonight, Lord. That's what carries me through. So I rest now, not just my body but my soul, because I know you are still moving, and morning is on the way. Father, you have always been the God who meets his children in the wilderness, not just in the mountaintops or miracles, but in the still, quiet places where everything is stripped away. And tonight, I realize this silence I feared has been sacred ground. This season of unanswered prayers has been an invitation, not to withdraw, but to draw closer, not to doubt you, but to know you more deeply than ever before. You are not just the God of open doors. You are the God who sits with us beside the closed ones, the one who holds our hand when the hallway feels long. And I confess, I haven't always recognized you in those moments, but I do now. You were the peace that wrapped around me when no one saw the tears. You were the strength that got me up when I didn't think I could go on. You were the breath that kept me alive when my soul was tired of trying. I pray now, Lord, for renewed vision. Open the eyes of my heart to see not what I've lost, but what you are preparing. Help me to stop looking back with regret and start looking forward with hope. Let my perspective be drenched in faith, not filtered through fear. Remind me again that you are still writing my story, and what you write is good. Even the plot twists I didn't expect are working for my growth, my healing, and my purpose. Tonight I intercede for those who feel forgotten, those who have waited long for a promise, who have watched others step into their breakthrough while they remain in the shadows. Father, comfort them, whisper to their weary hearts, you have not been passed over. I am saving the best for last. Let their spirits be lifted with holy anticipation. Let their faith rise again, not just for a blessing but for intimacy with the Blesser. I ask you to cleanse my thoughts, Lord. Wash away every bitter root, every anxious imagination, every assumption that doesn't align with your truth. Help me not to rehearse my pain, but to remember your promises. Let every negative thought be replaced with divine truth. Let every lie be silenced by your word. Let every fearful future be swallowed by the assurance that you are already there. And in this quiet moment, as the world slumbers and the stars watch over the night, I rest my heart in you, not just for tonight, but for the days to come. I will walk slower, I will listen deeper, I will choose peace over panic, trust over tension, because you are with me, and that is enough. Lord, I thank you for the sacredness of this moment. It's not just another hour, it's a divine encounter, a reminder that I don't have to be in a church building to be in your presence. You have made this very room a sanctuary. This quiet hour when the world is still has become the altar where my heart meets your glory. I didn't need a crowd, I just needed to be still. And now I know you were here all along. There is something healing about being honest with you, Father. No pretending, no polished words, just truth. And the truth is, I've been tired, not just in my body but in my soul. Tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of trying to carry what was never mine to hold. But here in your presence, the tired parts of me are being revived. Here I'm learning that rest isn't found in retreat, it's found in surrender. You are renewing me, Lord, from the inside out, and even if no one else sees it, I know something is shifting. I'm not leaving this moment the same way I entered. The chains are lighter, the burden has been shared, and my spirit has begun to rise. Not with hype, but with hope. Not with noise, but with quiet strength. You are rebuilding me slowly, gently, perfectly, and I choose to yield to that process. Tonight I ask you to teach me how to live from this place of stillness. Let this hour of prayer not be a retreat I run to once in a while, but a rhythm I carry into each day. Remind me that I can meet you in the mundane, that I can hear you in the routine, that your spirit isn't reserved for moments like this alone, but walks with me through traffic, through work, through silence, through struggle. Let this encounter overflow into how I treat others. Make me gentle where I've been harsh. Make me patient where I've been anxious. Make me aware of those hurting around me. Let me be a reflection of your peace. Let me speak words that heal and carry a presence that shifts the atmosphere. Not because of who I am, but because of who you are in me. And so, Father, as I continue this journey with you, I ask one thing above all else. Don't let me leave this place of dependence. Don't let me forget how I needed you tonight. Keep me close. Keep me soft. Keep me surrendered. Because as long as I have you, I have everything. Father, even now I feel the lingering presence of your Spirit, resting upon this moment, like morning dew on fragile leaves. You are not far. You are not silent. You are not hiding. You are here, right here with me, in the stillness, in the shadows, in the quiet longing of my heart. And there's a peace that comes with that realization, a calm that stretches deeper than words, deeper than reason. It's the peace that surpasses all understanding, and I welcome it fully tonight. I know now that I don't have to chase you. I simply have to make space for you. And in this space you meet me, not with judgment, but with joy, not with shame, but with shelter. You surround me like a shield. You sing over me like a father. You cover me with love that never grows weary, never runs dry, and my soul drinks it in like parched land after long drought. I thank you, Lord, for how you work in the hidden places, the healing I didn't even know I needed, the restoration I didn't know to ask for. You are mending things within me that never made it into my prayers, but you saw them anyway. You're restoring confidence where fear had grown roots. You're awakening joy in places grief had settled. You're doing something deeper than surface blessings. You're making me whole. I pray now for clarity, Lord, for the questions that have remained unanswered, for the crossroads I don't know how to navigate. Let your voice be the compass. Let your peace be the confirmation. Don't let me move just because I'm tired of waiting. Let me move because I'm led by your Spirit. I don't want what's good, I want what's God. Align my desires with your will and make me brave enough to say yes when you speak. And Father, I lift up those who are quietly struggling, the ones who smile in public but break in private, the ones carrying burdens no one knows about. Wrap them in comfort tonight. Let them feel seen by you, even if they feel unseen by everyone else. Send ministering angels to surround them. Send your Spirit to whisper hope again. Let them know they are not forgotten, and they are never fighting alone. As this night continues, I choose to stay surrendered. I won't rush ahead. I won't grasp for control. I will rest in the truth that you are God and I am held. And even in this midnight hour, something beautiful is beginning. Lord, I thank you that your presence doesn't visit and vanish. It remains. You are not a fleeting feeling. You are an eternal refuge. And in this hour, I take shelter under the shadow of your wings. Let everything that feels uncertain be quieted by the certainty of who you are. You have never changed. You have never failed, and you never will. My soul finds rest not in what I can understand, but in who I know you to be. You are the God who walks through fire with his children. You are the one who speaks peace into storms. And you are here with me now. I don't have to perform. I don't have to strive. I don't have to earn the right to sit at your feet. You already tore the veil. You already made a way. And you are the one who welcomes me not because of what I've done, but because of what you did. In this stillness, I sense you untying the knots of anxiety in my chest. You're replacing them with trust. You're lifting the weight of pressure and replacing it with grace. You're loosening the grip of control I've tried to maintain and teaching me to release. I don't want to miss what you're doing because I'm clinging too tightly to what I thought I needed. Teach me, Lord, to hold everything loosely and to hold only you tightly. Tonight, I bring my relationships before you, the people you've placed in my life, those who are a blessing and those who are a burden. Help me love like you. Help me forgive where I've been hurt. Help me speak truth where there's been silence. Help me walk away when you call me to release. Let every relationship in my life come under your lordship. Let your peace rule where tension has lived. Let your spirit guide where I've tried to force outcomes in my own strength. And for those who feel alone, Father, for those without support systems, without a listening ear, without anyone to call when the weight is heavy, I pray that you would show them that you are their closest friend. You are the companion who never leaves, the shepherd who never loses his sheep. Let them feel embraced tonight in a way that only heaven can provide. Let your love fill the places left empty by people. As I continue to rest in this hour, I sense that something sacred is unfolding, maybe not outwardly, but inwardly, and that's more than enough. You are doing something within me that will carry into every room I walk into. Thank you, Lord, for meeting me here, not just to comfort, but to transform. Father, I'm learning that true breakthrough doesn't always look like fireworks or fanfare. Sometimes it comes in a quiet shift, a change in perspective, a moment of stillness where I finally exhale and realize you've been holding me the entire time. I've been asking for open doors, but tonight I realize you've already opened my heart, and that may be the greater miracle, that even in weariness I kept seeking, even in silence I kept praying, and you, Lord, were never far. I bring you my expectations, Lord, the timelines I thought you had to follow, the outcomes I assumed you would give. I see now how often I've prayed with one hand open and the other still clinging to control. But not tonight. Tonight I open both hands. I give you my hopes, my disappointments, my desires and my fears. I give you the future I've tried to predict. I lay it all at your feet, trusting that whatever you have planned is not only better, it's holy. I thank you for every delay that protected me, for every no that led me closer to your best yes, for every closed door that kept me from settling for less than divine. I see now, Lord, how mercy often comes disguised as disappointment, how you've been building endurance in me, not because you're cruel, but because you're preparing me for what I prayed for. You never forgot. You were just waiting until I was ready to receive it the right way. Tonight I speak healing over the one who's been heartbroken, who trusted and was betrayed, who loved and was left, who believed and was disappointed. Lord, gather their shattered pieces gently. Let them feel your tenderness where others have been harsh. Let them know that this heartbreak will not define them. It will refine them. That you are the God who binds up the brokenhearted and gives beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, and praise for heaviness. I also pray for boldness, Father, for the one who knows what you've called them to do, but fear has kept them silent. Awaken holy courage. Breathe confidence into their spirit. Let the fire of purpose rise again. Let them know they weren't just born, they were sent, anointed, appointed, set apart. Let them walk into rooms, not looking for validation, but carrying heaven's assignment. Let them speak with love, move with grace, and shine with your glory. And finally, Lord, I thank you for your patience, for how you love me in the process, for how you don't rush my healing, for how you sit with me in the waiting, teaching me that your presence is the prize, that even if the blessing delays, if I have you, I already have more than enough. Lord, I sense that you are doing something eternal in this hour, not just solving problems, but shaping me, not just moving mountains outside of me, but building faith within me. You are the potter, and I feel your hands on my heart, pressing, molding, smoothing over the places that were cracked and worn, and I welcome it. I welcome this holy work, because I trust the one who is shaping the vessel. Sometimes I've prayed for miracles when what I needed most was maturity. I've asked you to change things around me, and yet you chose to change me first. And now I understand why. A changed situation means little if the soul remains the same. But when you change the heart, everything looks different, even the waiting, even the wilderness, even the prayers that haven't yet been answered. Tonight I lay down comparison. the trap of looking sideways, of measuring my life against others. Father, free me from that heavy burden. Teach me to trust the pace you've set for me. You are not late. You are not slow. You are building something unique in me, and it cannot be rushed. Let me celebrate others without resenting where I am. Let me walk in joy, knowing that what you have for me will never miss me. I pray for wisdom tonight, not just knowledge, but divine insight. Teach me how to guard my peace, how to recognize what is sent from you and what is sent to distract me. Teach me when to speak and when to stay silent, when to wait and when to move. Let my ears be sensitive to your voice. Let my spirit be quick to obey. I don't want to be led by feelings. I want to be led by faith. I lift up those standing in the gap for others, the intercessors, the caregivers, the quiet warriors who pray in secret and serve in silence. Refresh them, Lord. Remind them that you see every sacrifice, every tear, every act of obedience that no one else notices. Strengthen their hearts. Pour back into them. Let them reap joy where they have sown with tears. Let them know that their labor is never in vain. And as this sacred hour continues, I feel you reminding me that even when I can't trace your hand, I can trust your heart. So I choose trust. I choose stillness. I choose to believe that this moment, this prayer, this surrender, it is not wasted. It is working, because you are faithful. Father, you have never required me to have perfect faith, only a willing heart. And tonight I offer mine to you again. Not because I have it all figured out, but because I know who you are. You are the one who remains steady when everything around me shifts, the one who sees beyond what I see and prepares the way before I even take a step. And so I lean into you now, not for answers, but for assurance. There's something sacred about these quiet hours. It's as if time itself slows down so that heaven can speak. And I am listening, Lord. Speak to the dry places in my soul. Speak to the weary corners of my mind. Speak to the battles no one else knows I've been fighting. One word from you can steady every storm inside me. One whisper can awaken strength that I thought was gone forever. Tonight I pray over the future, not in fear, but in faith. I place tomorrow in your hands. I place the unknown, the unresolved, the unwritten, all of it. Because you are already there. You have gone before me. You are preparing divine appointments, hidden blessings and timely encounters. Even if I don't see it yet, I believe that my steps are ordered, and nothing formed against me will prosper. Lord, I lift up the dreamers, the ones who carry visions too big for their current season. Remind them that you gave them those dreams for a reason. That delay does not mean denial, that you are stretching them for the weight of what's coming. Let them not grow bitter in the waiting, but better. Let them build in the silence. Let them trust you in the tension. And when the time is right, let every promise bloom. I also bring before you the lonely ones, the ones surrounded by people yet starving for connection. Let them feel the embrace of your presence tonight. Let them know they are seen, known, and deeply loved. Send divine friendships. Send healing to hearts that have been betrayed or abandoned. Let every lie that says they are unworthy be drowned in the truth of your love. You are near to the brokenhearted, and you are near tonight. And now, as I exhale this moment into your hands, I feel the peace that comes not from things changing, but from knowing that you never do. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. And in that truth, I find rest. Father, thank you for the way you quiet my soul, for the way you reach into places I didn't know were aching. In a world that demands constant motion, you call me into stillness, and it's here, in this quiet hour, that I remember who I am. Not what the world has called me, not what fear has whispered, but who you have declared me to be: chosen, loved, called, and never forsaken. I bring you my identity tonight, not the mask, not the performance, but the truth. I've struggled with self-worth, Lord. I've believed lies that said I had to earn love, that I had to strive to be enough. But in your presence, I see clearly. I see that I was already enough before I did a thing, because you formed me with intention. You called me by name, and you've never changed your mind about me. Let that truth soak into every corner of my heart. Let it dismantle the pressure, Let it silence the noise of comparison. Let it break every false agreement I've made with rejection, fear, and insecurity. I am who you say I am. Not what the world decided, not what the past defined. I am yours, and that identity cannot be stolen, shaken, or erased. Tonight I pray over those who carry silent shame, mistakes from the past, decisions they regret, words they can't take back. Father, cover them in mercy. Show them that redemption isn't just possible, it's promised. That you take what was meant to destroy and use it for your glory. That no sin is greater than the blood of Jesus. Let them walk in freedom. Let them release the guilt. Let them rise in grace. I pray also for those walking through transitions, new seasons, uncertain paths, doors closing without explanation. Lord, let them know this is not the end. It's the beginning of something you've already prepared. Give them peace in the pivot. Give them vision in the unknown. Remind them that when you remove something, you always replace it with something greater, something eternal, something aligned with your heart. And as this hour stretches into stillness, I rest in the knowing that I don't walk this life alone. You are my compass, my covering, my constant. And wherever you are, that's where I belong. Lord, I can feel the shift in the atmosphere, not outside of me, but within. There's a calm now, a sense of knowing that you're working in ways far beyond what I can see. You've been planting seeds beneath the surface, and I sense that something new is breaking through. Even in the silence, even in the stillness, you've been faithful, and now my heart is beginning to believe again, to hope again, to trust, not in what I feel but in who you are. You've reminded me tonight that faith isn't the absence of questions. It's the presence of trust, and so I choose to trust you, not because I've figured it all out, but because you've proven over and over again that you are good, that you are for me, that you are writing something beautiful with my life. Even if some chapters are written in tears, I pray now for a release of joy, a joy that isn't tied to outcomes, a joy that flows from deep within, the kind that makes no sense to the world. Lord, fill me with joy in the waiting, in the becoming, in the breaking and rebuilding. Let joy be my strength when answers delay. Let joy be the sound that rises above every fear and every loss. Joy that comes from knowing I am fully known, fully loved and fully held. And I lift up those whose strength is fading, those who are barely holding on. Lord, wrap them in your grace tonight. Let them feel the power of your nearness. Let them hear you whisper, "You're not alone. I've got you, and I will never let you go." Renew their strength like the eagle. Let them walk and not faint. Let them rise not by force but by faith. I also pray over the dreams that others have mocked or dismissed, the callings that felt too heavy to carry. Lord, breathe fresh wind into those visions. Remind us that if you gave the dream, you will give the strength. That no voice of man can cancel what heaven has ordained. That when you speak over us, every doubt must fall silent. Let boldness rise. Let faith be ignited. Let us walk like we know we were sent by the King of Kings. And now, Lord, as this hour draws toward its close, I thank you. Thank you for the healing I can't yet see but already feel. Thank you for the peace that replaced my panic. Thank you for being the same yesterday, today, and forever. You've never changed, and that truth anchors my soul tonight. Lord, as this sacred time continues, I feel my spirit settling deeper into you, like a child who's finally safe in their father's arms. The world can wait, the noise can fade, because in this moment I've remembered what truly matters. Not the results, not the recognition, not the resolutions, but this quiet communion with you. Just to be here, known and loved, is more than enough. I don't want to rush away from this peace, Father. I don't want to treat your presence like a passing moment. Teach me how to carry this posture into the day ahead. Let this stillness echo through my conversations. Let this reverence shape how I walk, how I love, how I serve. Don't let this be just another prayer. Let it be the beginning of a transformed way of living. Tonight, I lift up the caregivers, the ones who pour out daily, the ones who carry others' burdens while hiding their own. Lord, refill them. Let them know you see them, that you are proud of their unseen faithfulness. Whisper over their tired hearts that their sacrifice is sacred, that heaven watches and heaven rewards. Give them rest, even in the midst of their responsibility. I also pray for families, Lord, for unity where there's been division, for forgiveness where there's been silence, for healing where there's been deep pain. Cover every home listening to this prayer with your peace. Let your spirit dwell between husbands and wives, between parents and children, between siblings and generations. Rebuild the broken bridges, soften the hardened hearts, bring us back to love. And Lord, for the one who feels forgotten by the world, remind them they are remembered in heaven, that their name is engraved in your hands, that you know their rising and their resting, their thoughts and their fears. Let them feel seen tonight, not by likes or views or people, but by you, the one who made them, who chose them, and who has never once turned away. As I begin to prepare for rest, I carry with me the assurance that this time was not in vain. Something has shifted, something has awakened, and though I may not see it all yet, I know it's real because you were here, and when you are near, everything changes. Father, as this sacred hour continues to unfold, I feel the invitation to go deeper, not into more words, but into fuller surrender. You are not after performance, you are after my heart, and so I let go. I release the need to understand it all. I release the pressure to be strong all the time. I release the fear of what tomorrow holds. I place it all into your capable, loving hand. You are the keeper of my soul, the watcher of my nights. And you do not slumber. You see every detail of my life and love me still. That is what gives me peace, not the absence of problems, but the presence of you. When the world grows loud and I forget who I am, remind me again that I am yours, that my name is known in heaven, that I am never walking through anything alone. Tonight, I speak rest over the one who has not known true rest in years. Let them sleep in peace, not just physically, but spiritually. Let their heart stop racing. Let their mind stop spinning. Let your presence surround them like a soft blanket of glory. Drive out every tormenting thought, break the cycle of fear, and let tonight be the beginning of a new rhythm, one where peace leads and your spirit sustains. I pray for provision, Lord, not just finances, but provision of joy, of companionship, of clarity. You are Jehovah Jireh, our provider. You know what we need before we ask. So tonight we rest in that truth, that we will not lack, that you are already moved, that what we need is already on its way, perfectly timed by heaven. Let manna fall again. Let water spring forth in the wilderness. Let doors swing open that no one can shut. And for the ones who have been faithful in secret, for the quiet encouragers, the anonymous givers, the intercessors who have wept in silence, may a divine reward visit them. May a refreshing come. May they know that heaven has recorded every moment. Not one act of obedience, not one whispered prayer has been missed. You are a just God, and you never forget. Now, Lord, let this hour close with grace. Let this soul remain open to your leading. Let what was planted tonight begin to take root. May it bloom in days to come, in strength, in peace, in purpose. And above all, let my life be a song of worship to you, even when no one hears the melody but you. Heavenly Father, as I draw near the end of this sacred hour, my heart is full, not because everything has changed outside of me, but because you have moved within me. You've met me here in the stillness. You've spoken to my soul without needing noise or signs, and that is the miracle, your nearness. I didn't come here to be entertained. I came to be transformed, and I leave this time different, softer, stronger, anchored again in you. Thank you, Lord, for being the God who listens when the world is asleep, the God who speaks through silence, the God who restores what life tried to take. You are faithful, even when I've been fragile. You are constant, even when my faith has wavered. You are God, and you are good, and that will always be enough for me. Tonight I seal every word spoken, every tear shed, every burden laid down. I trust that none of it was wasted. I trust that angels were released, that atmospheres were shifted, that healing has begun. Even if I don't see it yet with my eyes, I believe it in my spirit, because you are not a man that you should lie. If you said you will restore, you will. If you said you will answer, you will, and I will wait in peace. I pray now for lasting peace, not just for tonight but for the mornings to come. Let this peace greet me at sunrise. Let it follow me into decisions, into conversations, into every place my feet tread. Let anxiety break at the gates. Let joy lead the way. Let my life become evidence of what happens when someone chooses to abide in you, no matter the cost. And for every soul who has joined this prayer, whether weary or expectant, broken or believing, I speak blessing. May the Lord shine his face upon you. May his favor surround you like a shield. May your household be covered in divine protection. May your steps be ordered. May your heart be strengthened. And may your spirit never forget you are loved by the one who holds the star. So now I rest, not just my eyes but my soul. I rest in the knowledge that you are in control, that you are not done with my story, that your best is still ahead. I breathe deep, I release every burden, and I fall asleep in the arms of perfect love. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is done.